would like to talk about the personality of a very dark man. You know, when you go online, you ask ChatGPT, Google, AI, Grok and other forms of AI. You ask them who very dark man is. Sometimes I feel like this AI are actually not doing justice to whom the person of very dark man is. When you go online and ask who very dark man is, you'll see something like he's often called VDM and is a Nigerian social media commentator and activist whose real name is Martin Vincent Ose. And the person of very dark man has actually made it clear countless times that he's not an activist. Countless times that he is not an activist. He became well known because he regularly calls out alleged scams, criticizes celebrities and public figures, comments on social issues and advocates for accountability. His direct confrontational style has earned him a large following while also attracting criticism. Now, the part where they criticize VDM is what amazes me the most. Is it that people cannot change? Or is it that for people who has already lived a kind of life that was not really moral, cannot change? Do Nigerians really believe that people cannot change? Because this whole criticism, now I kept asking myself, this is the past life of this man. APC can come and share, they can come and sell a renewed hope, these are changed politicians. The same APC of yesterday, they will come back and tell you they want to sell a renewed hope. Now, if Nigerians are gullible enough to believe that APC is changed, then what made them feel like a man who has lived his life many years ago and decided to abandon the old self and become a new person? Because even the scripture that all things have passed away and all things have become new. So is it that practically Nigerians do not believe that people can actually let go of old habits and exhibit a new one? VDM is who he says he is. Like him or dislike him, he is exactly who he says he is. Then you have an issue with him. You have nothing to fight him with other than your notes are everywhere. Your go like, come on, these are outdated shit. VDM is in a modern world. Because categorically, if you're telling me that when VDM comes out, and speak you about this current leadership, and a lot of people will come online and say, no, he does not have the moral integrity for him to, to come and say this is bad. Just because he wants to live a life that do not suit moral upbringing. Henceforth, even if it is changed, he doesn't deserve the chance to believe him that this man's life that you are always using to criticize him all the time is actually his past life. This is a young man who has practically done a whole lot of things that governors have not even done. I don't want to mention your billionaires, your faith. Things they could not do, this young man is doing it. And they think, when he come out and criticize some of your faith, the only thing you have against him, are trying to judge him based on the past life. I mean, who are you? At the end of the day, who are you? Because it basically makes no sense. At every point of our life, we've actually made so many errors. We've made so many mistakes that we're actually not proud of. So is it that you're trying to tell me that for a girl who has gone into prostitution at the early age just so she could meet up, take care of herself and all of that, then maybe along the line, she later realized that this is not the kind of life she wants. She abandoned that life, became a new person, worked so hard and created another life, a new personality that actually suits the society and the moral upbringing. Now, are you telling me that such person do not deserve an opportunity, to come and talk about the dangerous parts of prostitution? Or is it that for a young man while growing up, who loves stealing and all of that, then maybe along the line something happened, the change came, and he was able to let go of this past life? Are you not telling me that such man do not deserve to be trusted as time goes on? VDM has proven times without number. He has proven himself without, like so many times without numbers. And you think that, he actually needs whatever it is you have to say to validate him. Like he basically needs your validation for him to be relevant. Come on, snap of it. I hope you find peace with yourself because this man is actually a blessing to this nation. For all I know and for all I care, VDM is a necessity and is a blessing to this nation. With time, you see more of it. When he said integrity, they cry, it wasn't just boasting. He kept on practice, like he kept this thing in practice for so long. For so long. And you think our government agency have something against him. If they do, they would have nailed him before now. They would have nailed him before now. At the end of the day, you keep it cleaning.